Hi, Cancer and Cancer Rising. Welcome to your March 2016 reading. Always great to see you. Let's take a look and see what kind of guidance, information, and basically guideposts are coming through for you this month. Your channeled information is gratitude. And the way I was seeing this particular channeled information was not so much about paying attention to gigantic things in your life, although if there is something that immediately comes to mind and you think, I'm very grateful for this, it could be a person in your life, an accomplishment, your house, any of these things. But what I was thinking when I saw this was something much smaller and more subtle. So it could just simply be good health. We're in cold and flu season, so being able to just not sneeze or to sleep through the night, it's a good thing. Some of you may have had an injury, and just being able to walk or being able to function normally, it's something to be grateful for, the healing process. So you can take it on a very, very basic level and express gratitude there. It could be saying thanks, it could be smiling, but I want you to be somehow demonstrative or appreciative in your meditation, at the very least, of things that are making your life better, or things that are going already well in your life, and just saying that out loud, or thinking it and just saying thanks universe, thanks God, just thanks. It will help, and it brings more into your life. Okay, let's take a look at your catalyst card, which is going to be what's going to help you connect to that feeling of gratitude and help sort of spread that positivity throughout all aspects of your life, including health, wealth, love, and destiny. So we have basically leaning on others. Just what I said earlier, like sending up thanks to the universe. Not everybody has a direct connection with God, and I understand that. Although if you're tuning into here, I believe that there is some sort of a connection to a higher power. So your catalyst is prayer and meditation. Prayer, meditation, and projection. Projection being projecting positivity and neutralizing negativity. The more we believe that we're going to be okay, and we believe the best in others, and sort of put out, you can still have a critical mind, you can still question things, but you want to start to think, but I will be okay, I'm going to figure it out. Putting a little positive spin on things, and then asking for help when you need it, asking for clarity, and really, instead of just asking for help, asking for the strength to make the right decisions. That's usually a more constructive way of putting it out there, because then you're sort of self-empowered. It's not saying, well, I'll just throw it all here and wait for something to happen. It's saying, I'm showing up, help me find the way, okay? But starting that prayer and starting the meditation with, thank you for helping me get to where I'm at. All of these things are so wonderful in my life. There's one area that I want to work on, help me work on this. That's a way you can pray, and it's a much more powerful way than help me win the lotto. Okay, I hope that helps, and it helps sort of underline what I'm getting at there. Okay, now let's take a look at what you've been going through, where you're at right now, and where you're headed. And after this, we'll extend it to health, wealth, love, and to destiny. So balance is a key theme. Your central card being the Two of Stones, which in this deck equates to the Two of Pentacles, which is a card of resource balance, balancing, and also, as you can see here, sometimes it's about, this is reversed for me, it's about, you can be dancing around an issue, not always being forthright with what you are, like not being forward, not being 100% honest with other people or yourself. So I want you to sort of question that when you're looking at situations, people this month, and think of, how can I be clearer? Because what I'm getting here is a lack of clarity, sometimes basically kowtowing to somebody else. So I need you to bring your life more in balance, make sure work and life are in balance, and make sure that definitely with your finances that you're being mindful of saving versus spending. And that's underlined by the Six of Stones or the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles being a decision that you make on what's more important, spending your time, spending your energy. And just a reminder that, you know, it sometimes feels like there's not enough, but this is showing me that you've got the building blocks in sort of already aligned. It is enough, but you just have to say no sometimes. Your crowning card this month is the Great Bear, which is judgment in this deck. And you'll notice this card's reversed. And also, this particular judgment card is a bit overprotective, I would say. So what I would say, what I would advise you here is try not to harshly come to a judgment, to a decision, and try not to be too sort of quick to judge yourself or others. Get more information, gather. Don't react. Bears sometimes act on instinct. Because I'm using an animal deck, I'm going to pull from some of their personalities. So don't be overprotective. Allow other people to weigh in on your judgment, on your decision. And although you may be sort of pressed to make that decision, I feel like you have control over when the decision's going to happen. And you have a lot of allies on your side. We have the Two of Vessels, the Two of Cups. So in any sort of legal, business, or interpersonal matters, you actually have the ability to, what's the best word that I can use for this? To negotiate. Yeah. And also, in matters of love, first and second weeks, I see it being a great time for general relationships to improve. You can actually fan the flame, as you see here, between relationships. For some of you, there may be a lot of, I'm using an animal deck, but there could be a lot of sort of animal instincts connections. It's not just this deck choice that we're seeing. So I would say you could feel sort of a desire, more desire than you're used to. So go with it if you'd like to. Let's look at the rest of the cards and we'll see where that relationship could be headed. The final card, if we're going to jump to this, is the Five of Cups. And this particular Five of Cups is, it actually has the word ecstasy on it. So it shows me that there's a lot to be happy for, but not to get lost too much in the thrill of the moment. You want to keep both feet on the ground. This person's a little bit too happy, I would say. So trying to find a happy medium between being, in love with someone and losing yourself to lust. There's some sort of a happy medium, and it's lost here because this ecstatic card is upside down. So just be careful. That's all I'm seeing. And when we look at these three, which are sort of on a diagonal here, the Two of Vessels, Judgment, and the Five of Vessels, what I'm seeing here is if you let your emotions get the better of you, it could sort of veer you off course. So just stay as grounded as you can. Your sort of present situation here, we have the Three of Bows, a very favorable card. Bows in this deck are equal to wands. So what I'm seeing here is that many of you are starting to see a return on some of the positive work, the positive efforts that you've put out. It can be in relationships, it can also be in work. Overall, really, really good as long as you don't get defensive or you don't sort of go back on a decision. Keep your word. This is one thing that comes through with this card here is don't go back on your word. If you do, then you can unravel some of the positivity of the Three of Wands that I'm seeing here. With Queen of Vessels in reverse, this card can actually indicate your sign. Queen of Cups reverse, cup being water. The reversal here is saying that make sure that you're not sacrificing too much of your own personality if this is a new relationship, or even if it's an existing one. You don't want to get lost in the shuffle. And the other thing is, if you're getting put in a position where quite literally you're swimming against you're swimming upstream or against the tide, what I want you to try to do is pause and think, is the effort worth it? There's a lot of things to be grateful for here, and hopes and fears. I really do feel like relationships can take a leap and bound. The Four of Bows, which again is wands here. Four of Wands is about future partnerships. And what I see here is a building from these two. We have this beautiful energy when the month is starting, and then I see it deepening. And this is not sort of a lustful deepening. This is an appreciation of friends and family, and basically the ability to take that into the future. It's an expansion upon the Three of Wands here. So really a lot of beautiful fiery energy, a passionate energy that I see here at the beginning of the month. I see here in your present state of mind, and I see really what your heart desires is for more stability. With the Page of Bows here, and bows indicate wands, like I said, this is going to be a chance for you to maybe announce for some of you, wanting to maybe get involved with someone on a deeper level, an engagement, or just saying, I'd like to consider you a partner or whatever it is. So deciding that you're going to be a little more exclusive, or that you're going to take a relationship one level deeper than it has been. With the Page of Bows, I'm seeing that this is a chance to kind of put it out there. The other thing is any sort of project that's coming through this month. There's a lot of potential energy here, but you're a little bit shy, you're a little bit uncertain of whether it should go out. Great time to check that with your friends and coworkers, because there's a lot of support. I feel like they're actually going to give you that nod of approval or that encouragement that you need to move forward, and just go with it. Don't question good things. Sometimes it's just worth, like, that sort of thing. I think let it go. You've been working on something for a long time. I can see that here, and you can now release that, have fun, and bring in more. One thing that's necessary for you to sort of get a little bit more stability this month is rest. Feels like you should have already taken a period of rest, hopefully in the month prior, because this is in the deep past. But if you're still feeling fatigued, the way for you to get into a more elevated state, and also a more even mind, is to just relax. Also, don't feel like you're a victim here, because this card starts to look a little like the Ten of Swords. It's a hint of what is to come if you don't take care of yourself, or if you start to think, I'm just going to sacrifice, I'll work really hard, I'm not important. No, that's not right. It actually throws everything out of balance. And remember, your central card was the Two of Pentacles reversed. So I need you to either continue to gently come back from a resting period, or take that break if it's overdue and you haven't done it yet. Rest. It's going to help you. As far as new people coming in, if this Queen of Swords is indicative of a person in your life rather than a state of being, this is someone that you want to be careful about, because they're going to require a lot of energy and time from you. The reversal of the cup saying that they're looking to replace, augment, or take something from you, because they just don't have that going for them right now. Also, with the Page of Bows, there could be a much younger sort of suitor in your life right now. Fiery energy, lighter features, lighter hair, reddish hair sometimes, greenish eyes. But it can be a very entrepreneurial person, usually a great thinker. With the Queen of Vessels, it can be a very creative person. Of the two, the younger one looks better, the Page of Bows. But overall, I feel like many of you are already in a relationship or have just found something. If you're still seeking it, then feel free to do that. And the way to sort of find new love, new opportunities, is through friends. Four of Bows for me, or Four of Wands, is showing a community coming to your aid, a support system that's already built. So it's going to be someone that's a friend of a friend that you could meet. Otherwise, it's perfectly fine to just focus on your own finances this month if you're not feeling like doing much in relationships outside of business, because you've made good progress. You need to make more progress from what I can tell here. So save, rebuild, restructure, perhaps for some of you. That can be what the Judgment can be for you, because it might be deciding how to reallocate resources after a divorce. It might be looking at your company and thinking, what can I be doing now to maximize things? Making decisions that could be difficult, that's why it's reversed. Being protective of what you've done, but knowing that a change is needed. All right. Overall, it's very good. Just remember, don't lose yourself in emotion this month. It looks like you're going to have some fun and things are going to improve quite a bit, but don't trip the light fantastic to the point that you've lost grounding, okay? Now let's expand and take a look at both your mental and your physical health. Let me turn the camera down here. And we have expansion coming through in health, blossoming. I feel like a lot of you've made some really positive strides in the area of health, and just encouragement here to continue on that road, to not hesitate too much. With this fiery energy, it's also keying in really nicely to everything else we see here. Note that this is symbolic too of the decision here. It's reversed, but it keys into judgment. So know that you're going to make some difficult decisions in order to see growth. And sometimes you have to prune, like in nature, any of the dead branches, or you have to basically take the ground and work it over again. It's okay to let go of some things. That's the message coming through. It's going to help you health-wise. I know that wasn't much to do with health there, but it actually could relieve some of the stress because you've been working pretty hard. So what I'm seeing here is just take a deep breath and let things take off. You've already sort of started, you've sparked the activity. You see there's a lot of beautiful fiery energy. Just sit back a little bit now and observe and spectate. And remember, you can ask for help. This doesn't have to just be a prayer. You can actually delegate a bit here, and that's what this card is saying. Now let's take a look at what's coming through for wealth and abundance, knowing that wealth doesn't always just mean money. It can mean opportunity too. So much like I said, you could find love through reaching out to your friendships. Your best business opportunities and money opportunities are going to come from existing relationships right now. So if you're in a point where you don't feel like you need to maximize those, then what I would say is just continue to be present in those relationships right now and allow those to be something that you're grateful for, and that one day you can basically reach out to somebody and say, help me, I'm ready to start this business, etc. So just have friends, take time for them, support them, and hopefully when you need it, they'll support you. When it comes to love, empathy is your main focal point this month. Empathy in personal relationships, empathy in romantic relationships, and work, everything across the board. Try to just pull back a little bit and think, are they really trying to say this? Should I be taking it personally? Is this just feedback? There's a lot of different interpretations, and this is sort of encouraging you to look at the highest possible one and wait to be shown otherwise. Now let's take a look at how you can maximize your destiny, what you can do past this month to get on the best possible path. So knowledge expansion. And not only that, but knowing your competition, because this is the third chakra. So knowing who's your friend, who's your enemy, getting to know your enemies even better. There really is no enemies. Challenges, adversaries basically is what they are. So look at what they're challenging, what they're bringing up, what they're trying to teach you. That's an even better way to look at it. And see if you can learn and basically avoid some of the future conflicts. The more you educate yourself on best practices, on what your competition is up to, the better you're going to be. And in relationship to love, it's know what your partner is doing and needing, and without having to interrogate, without having so basically listen and pay attention, and basically be empathetic, which we already saw. These all tie in together pretty nicely. I'll try and do a quick review of this, and then we'll go to basically wrap up for this month here. So your central card reminding you with the Two of Stones to balance and to not lose focus on your money and your time this month. You've made a great progress over the past month here with the Six of Stones. So just continue to basically balance out what makes sense and say no if you need to. A little bit of I feel like you're feeling timid here when it comes to speaking your mind. Looks like you're on a good path here with three of Wands, so I would continue. Don't lose sight of your future, of your present situation with your sort of emotional state that could happen in dating, in love, even in business relationships where you just get lost in the celebration or in the passion, maybe the negativity, because overall things are going really well. Dating is a little harder this month. I will say that with the Queen of Vessels reverse. But if you've already got someone in your life, or if you really are very specific on the fact that you want to date, you can do it. Just know that your friends are there to help you and that you have to stay grounded. And again, for your expanded forecast, with this Blossom card, I'm seeing that for your health, you're in a pretty good place. Just allow your business situation to take off. Relationships overall are going to help you in your wealth sector. Empathy in your love sector. And knowledge in your destiny sector. Finally, most importantly, be grateful, delegate, and also sort of allow for a positive approach when it comes to the universe and delivery of things. Don't demand, don't expect the worst. Just be open to great things. And then let the universe show you the path. Ask for guidance so that you can pick the right. Maybe tuning in today was the guidance you needed. Maybe there'll be something after this reading where you can set an intention that I'm really looking for this. Help me find that. Okay? That's everything that came through for you this month. I hope it was helpful. If you ever would like more personalized information, I'll put a link in the corner and you can schedule a one-on-one with me. And if you are just feeling like you want to keep more in touch with what's going on with this channel and other news and events that happen with me, I'm on all the social networks, so you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or of course subscribe here. In the meantime, just keep up the likes and the comments. It does help encourage me every month, and it lets me know that this is making a difference. Know that I'm grateful for you, and that I hope that all of you have a fantastic month. I'll see you again really soon. Take care. Satnam.